All right, hey, what's up, everybody? Mike Lindsley back with you for 9 minutes with me on IGTV, Facebook, and on YouTube. Make sure you share the video. Hit me on Twitter at Mike L Sports. And, of course, you can download and subscribe to my podcast. It's called the ML Sports Platter, and it is all over the major platforms: Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Deezer, the Podbean app, YouTube, and Tumblr. Download, subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and the feedback. That stuff helps incredibly. You know where I am. It is indeed Rosie's Corner, Route 11, Brewerton, right in front of the Brewerton Bridge. If you are in and around Central New York, if you are home for the holidays, visiting family and friends, get here. Try the wings. Trust me, the garlic parm, the gold fever, the regular. You can get pizza, pasta, hot and cold subs, and more. And don't forget about their theme foods during the week, including today, a Thursday. They have goulash here. I mean, how many pizza places are making homemade dynamite to die for goulash when it's 12 friggin' degrees outside? This place is doing it right. Turkey Slop Tuesday, Meatloaf Monday, Chicken and Biscuit Wednesday, Fish Friday with your mac and cheese or your coleslaw and fries. This place is hitting home runs out of the park every single day. Jason and Jody doing a great job. Get desserts to go like their sugar cookies, brownies, you name it. Some of the great salads and drinks out of the cooler as well. Rosie's Corner on Facebook, Instagram, delivering on Grubhub, and gift cards are available for the holidays as well. Let's talk a little Bills and Patriots on Saturday. Whoa, there's a lot to get to in this video with this game. First of all, the implications of this game, monumental. The first of which is the Buffalo Bills still looking to make that mark in the AFC East. Their nemesis, it's been the Patriots. We know about this year. We know about they could have taken a stance against Baltimore, against Philadelphia, major national scene beating Dallas and Pittsburgh, and those wins were nice. And the Bills are going to the playoffs, and that's nice. And they're 10-4, and that's nice. And Sean McDermott, on an indirect poll with a lot of peers, got voted Coach of the Year already. That's nice. And Josh Allen's developing. That's nice. The defense is top 3, 4, 5. Statistically, that's nice. But this would be something else. It would show an official arrival, beating Brady, beating Belichick, and trying finally to dethrone the dragon of the New England Patriots, arguably the most successful dynasty in NFL history, and for 20 years been shit-pumping the rest of the NFL. This is the step the Bills need and want to take in Foxboro for sure. And I know that Brady's down a little bit. I know the offense is down a little bit. Give me a break. Their defense, number 1 in the NFL. The special teams, probably number 1 in the NFL. And they still have Belichick, and Brady's still got a little bit left in the tank. And there's a little bit of motivation because people have been crushing him all year because the guy has started to dwindle down and showing that he is indeed losing to Father Time. Who hasn't? Father Time undefeated. You've heard the cliche before. So that's number 1. Number 2, Devin Singletary, to me, is the X factor in this football game. Remember, the first game of the year that they played in Buffalo hung with them, 1-possession game, and the special teams of the Bills blew the block on the left. Patriots come in and block the kick on Bajorkas, and they run it in for a touchdown. That was the difference in the game. Josh Allen threw multiple picks and, of course, was injured in the game. Listen, this guy's the X factor because he didn't play in the first game. Devin Singletary running the football and Brian Dable, the Marshmallow Man, slugging Diet Pepsis in the press box. They've got to get the ball to Devin Singletary in the open field with screenplays. New England's going to bring the house a lot. Much like Pittsburgh and much like Baltimore in terms of the defense, Josh Allen's got to go back, stay calm, and then drop the teardropper to Devin Singletary and let him run wild. I think that's a huge part of this game right now as well. Another huge thing to talk about is the way the division is set up. Right now, the Buffalo Bills, if they were to beat the Patriots and beat the Miami Dolphins, or the New York Jets, and the Patriots were to lose to the Bills and then lose to the Dolphins and Ryan Fitzmagic in the last week, the two teams would be tied for the division. The problem is the division still goes to the if New England beats the Dolphins, I should say, and there's a tie, New England would win the division because of common games. The Bills lost to the Eagles and they lost to the Ravens, and we know that the Patriots also lost to the Ravens, but and the Bills also lost to the Browns, but the Patriots took care of business against Cleveland and Philadelphia. Those were the two teams that they beat, and the Bills lost to. Both teams lost to the Baltimore Ravens. When you take a look at this Buffalo Bills team right now, they are hungry. They know that they can win games. Their defense is spectacular, and they have been able to run the football on occasion, and the offensive line has played well enough. You take a look at this game right now, though, and the implications. If the Bills can win this game, and then the last week there's even a sliver of hope that if the Bills can beat the Jets in Orchard Park and the Patriots could lose to the Dolphins, and remember, it's happened before. Last year was the Miami Miracle with that crazy-ass play where the ball was getting lateral left, right, and everywhere in between. If the Dolphins beat the Patriots in the last week of the season, the Bills would be division champions, which is absolutely remarkable. It's mind-boggling that we're even talking about the Buffalo Bills in a situation like this. It goes to show you the credit that Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane deserve, the entire coaching staff deserves, and of course Josh Allen is the quarterback, the franchise ownership and listen to me, Terry Pagula and Kim Pagula firing Rex Ryan, firing Doug Whaley, realized that they got in and they were super, super silly, stupid in the beginning. They were absolutely completely out of their league in owning a franchise. They recognized their mistakes early. They went out, they talked to other owners, they did their research, and they brought in the right GM, they brought in the right head coach, and look where we are now. The Buffalo Bills have made the playoffs twice in the last few years. This is uncharted territory. Do I think the Bills can win? I do. Will they win? Can and will are two different stories. I think this game is set up to be another bloodbath of defensive schemes and defensive plays, turnovers and special teams. And because it is the house of horrors for the Buffalo Bills, I am going to pick the New England Patriots, but I'm going to pick them incredibly close. The reason I'm going to is because Bill Belichick is the absolute key here. I think that they win 17-13 in this game. I think it's going to come down to another huge play somewhere, somehow, that New England makes that Buffalo doesn't. I'm going to take New England 17-13. But here's the thing. Bear with me, Bills Mafia. If the Bills win, I will not be surprised because I am that confident and I feel that good about this team right now. They hung with the Ravens. It was a one-possession game in the end. They've come back. They fought adversity. They've won 2 national stage games. They've gotten tons of ratings from America. People are starting to believe in Josh Allen. People recognize how great the defense is. Sean McDermott is making huge waves around NFL circles. I am feeling so good about this team right now and the future of this team. I still think they need more in terms of playmaking on offense. I think that Josh Allen needs to take the next step in terms of recognizing pressure from big-time defenses like Pittsburgh, Baltimore, and New England. I am feeling really, really good, but I got to see it to believe it. The Bills have got to beat New England in Foxboro for me to start getting the Bills on that Patriot level. We're still dealing with arguably the greatest coach of all time. I still got Vince Lombardi 1 and Belichick 2 because of Spygate, but we're dealing with a guy who's on the Mount Rushmore of NFL coaches. People think of him as a defensive coach. The guy's also been an offensive coach. He's created the modern slot receiver position. He was probably the greatest defensive coordinator of all time, stopping the Bills as Giants D coordinator in Super Bowl 25. And now a head coach. He's got the 6 rings and 9 Super Bowl appearances as head coach. This guy's phenomenal. I think he's going to be the difference in this game, but the Bills can win the game. Will they? I say no, but I'm not going to be surprised if they do. One other storyline to watch in this football game is the 2 top cornerbacks in the NFL. Notice I said corner, not quarterbacks. Wow. Stephon Gilmore of the New England Patriots and Trey White of the Buffalo Bills, both Pro Bowlers. Congratulations to Trey White for making it. I'm not going to say congrats to Stephon Gilmore because he's a Patriot and he's an ex-Bill, so screw him. But Trey White making the Pro Bowl, incredible stuff. He has absolutely emerged as a shutdown top couple corner in the NFL. The only guy you could argue is better than him is Stephon Gilmore. He's made a difference every single week for the Buffalo Bills. He's gone up against number 1 guys, Amari Cooper, Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry. He shut down the Pittsburgh Steelers. He had a huge interception, 2 interceptions against Pittsburgh, and then the interception deep in their own territory against Miami and Orchard Park earlier in the year, which if he doesn't pick that off, the Bills might lose that game. So kudos to Trey White. Great matchup with those corners, and I'm super pumped for this game. 425 NFL Network, play-by-play man, Mike Tirico. Heard of him. Thanks for listening to me, Bills Pats Preview here, 9 Minutes with Mike Lindsley, IGTV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get down here to Rosie's Corner for all the goodies. Great job, Jason, Jody, and the gang. They are also available on Grubhub. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.